Hello! Hello! Is anyone out there? Can you hear me? Hi, everybody. Thanks for dropping by. I apologize for my lengthy absence. As many of you may know, I moved recently. Oh, thank you for responding to that. You guys actually didn't say that. I can see my mic thing lighting up. But anyway, um, apologies for the delays. For the first week that I had moved in, I didn't have internet, and then for the second week, this week, my computer was broken, and so that put a pretty heavy damper on my ability to stream. And I came to realize just how much I actually missed doing it, because I was just thinking to myself, God, I just want to fucking stream so bad right now. I just want to go. I just gotta go. But now that I'm here, now that I'm moved in, now that my computer is mostly fixed, chances are pretty good that we'll probably be able to do streams more frequently. Potentially, like, realistically, I could probably do it like every 2 or 3 days if I wanted to. So we'll have to see. A couple of things to go over just before we start. No guest today, it's just me, because unfortunately, as far as returns to streaming, this is going to be kind of a boring episode, unfortunately. It's because the stuff that we have to do here, based on my list, which I should bring up here just to make sure that I'm looking at it correctly. Of the stuff that we still have yet to do, let's see. Yeah, so we are on the third to last step of this kind of like cycle of quests, of MSQ. As I mentioned a long million years ago, the way that I've structured the way that we're going to be doing this is that we're going to be trying to tackle just about everything we can related to a specific city-state as we do the MSQ that relates to that particular city-state. So, because the last MSQ we did had us questing around in Gridania with the good King Mughal. Once again, also Montel, thank you for joining me for that. We're gonna be we focused on doing stuff around Gridania. The last couple of things we have to do, one of them isn't really related to Gridania, but we're gonna get it out of the way because we have to. Is the Crystal Tower raid, which is what we're gonna be doing next time. This time, however, the big things that we're going to be doing is Odin and Lev quests, I guess. The two concrete things that I have planned for today are Odin and probably doing the Ixal rank up stuff, because I still have to do that. Excuse me. However, everything else is just a little boring, honestly. Like the Lev quests, because I know I've committed to doing this whole reading everything thing, but Lev quests it's just gonna be really boring, you know? But I don't know, we'll see. But, so once again, apologies for the speed of this episode today. It's gonna be a little bit, perhaps on the slower side. But, hang on, let me turn my me on. Oh. Uh-oh. I forgot about that part. Give me just a sec, folks. Nobody clip that. I actually don't really care. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, it's gonna be slow today, so I apologize in advance, but, once we get through, stuff that we have for today, things will go much faster and much more, and we'll be doing much more interesting stuff too. I'm gonna get back to doing my my regular roulette of people to join me for guest stars, and we'll make some progress. After the Crystal Tower, of course, we will have... You're right, this isn't Mega Man Battle Network. However, that is what I was playing 90% of today. Also, are alerts not showing up on screen right now? That's kind of annoying. I'm going to have to figure out what the deal with that is soon. Whatever. I'll deal with it later. So, here we are in Earth's Fount, which is related to Odin. We're going to be going back to pick up the actual quest itself. I have a couple of other things to read as well. Unfortunately, due to the timing of my move as well as the brokenness of my computer, I missed an event. There was an event that I could not do, sadly, or could not read, at least. Luckily, through some technical wizardry, I was able to do the event on this character and get some of the related items to them. So I will take the time to read those now. You have the Magic Prism Hatching Tides. This particular contraption creates illusions by weaving together myriad shades of light, used during Hatching Tide for celebratory purposes. Hippity Hoppity Hatching Tide Advertisement. A hand-painted notice advertising the Hippity Hoppity Hatching Tide festivals of a year gone by. For Vieira, this is a season of microaggressions. There's also Ballroom Etiquette Unnerving Undulations, an illustrated manual of grotesque movements used by miscreants to terrorize and intimidate, used to learn the /frighten emotes. Unfortunately, we cannot use this as Aruja, because if we did that in a mirror, it would kill her instantly. We also have Papaya Demastered Orchestral. So, that's that. And then, as you can see, I bought a ton of minions. So we're going to read that stuff, too. We have the Minion of Light. When darkness veils the world, 3 minions of light shall come. Unknown prophet. Where's that sucker? Minion of Light. Ancient records show that almost every astral era has had its own warriors of light. Brave souls who appeared, before forthcoming disasters to unite the people of that time, only to disappear once again as catastrophe rained down from the heavens. Next you'll be telling me you're one of the warriors of light, says Mother Mion. I am, apparently. Wind Up Nanamo. The automaton vehemently refuses to sit upon any shoulder but Raubon's. And yours. Wind Up Nanamo. This clockwork doll is a reproduction of a model first crafted in the year of the Calamity to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Nanamo Ul Namo's ascendance to the Ul'Dan throne. 17th in her line, the Sultana was crowned when she had seen but 5 summers. Because her parents were killed. Take me, Raubon, I am your Sultana, snore, slumbering Lalafell. Wind Up Furion, free is a very good price. The craftsmanship used in creating this clockwork automaton is far more impressive than anything you have ever seen, which poses the question, why would anyone part with the doll without asking anything in return? This is a really weird description, as I had to pay achievement points in order to get this fucking minion. So, I didn't get it for free. Stupid. I can't believe he's just giving them away free of charge. I think this is probably a joke about the character, which I don't know, because I have never played any other Final Fantasy games other than Final Fantasy. Koma Inu. Remember Spectrobes, everybody? Good times. Part lion, part dog. All lion dog. Shit. Koma Inu. Believed to ward the places from intruders with evil intent, statues of these mythical lion dog creatures are oft erected at the gate such as shrines. When paired with another, they will always face forwards. Hang on a sec, I need to press a button to make sure everything is working.
Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
Okay. Is everybody hearing the yippee, by the way? Because I'm currently not hearing it. I want to be able to fucking hear it. Hang on. This is very important that I have to do this. You heard the yippies? Okay. That's the most important part, is that everybody else hears it. However, I won't. So, also, that's one of the recently. Let's see. Try that.
Yippee!
Oh. This one?
Yippee!
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now I can hear it. One of the other problems that I am currently encountering is that my computer appears to have memory issues now. I'm not really sure where it came from, because the problem my computer was having was because of the memory sticks not being properly inserted, so now they are properly inserted, and also, my computer is the cleanest it's been since I got it, basically. So I don't understand why it's suddenly now encountering these problems, but sure, whatever, man. Par for the course at this point. Wind Up Gorblin. Even this automata's gobby bag is bigger than yours. Wind Up Goblin. Designed to resemble Goblin hero Brayflock's Altox, you cannot help but wonder at the symbol carved into the sole of its left foot. The mark of the dreaded Illuminati. Illuminati brain fruit is frontmost, says Illuminati member. I'm sure that's fine. Wind Up Warrior of Light. Wheresoever thou goest, so too shall light follow. Ancient benediction. Wind Up Warrior of Light. The brilliant blue suit of armor worn by the Wind Up Warrior of Light is based upon ancient Allegan designs rediscovered in recent years by adventurers returned from the Crystal Tower. There will be no Warriors of Light to save you this time, says Gaius Van Balsar. He was wrong. Black Chocobo Chick. Rumors about her being able to fly are completely unfounded. Or are they? This poor Chocobo Chick was as yellow as an ear of million corn before one day being doused in black ink by a random passerby bedecked in silver accessories. For as the Chocobo keeps might, none were able to remove the taint, and thus the realm's first black Chocobo was born. There is no finer feel than that of a Chocobo between your legs, says Ladaika. Wind Up Cursor. Oops. Hang on a sec. I'll look at that again. There we go. Summon your very own Wind Up. Modeled after the ivory glove of Oshan the Wanderer. Does this clockwork hand follow you? Or guide you? Wind Up Cursor. If we are be to believe that the slurred ravings of a self-proclaimed goblin theogen deepen his cups, this seemingly inconspicuous white glove is actually the hand of fate by which all of us are controlled by a dimension from the ether. That's just silly. Hang on, I'm looking up and backwards to see if there's a fourth wall behind me. Nope. Thank goodness my new apartment only has 3 walls. I trust ye had enough fingers to help you through the tallying, says Yolgi Panalgi. Beady Eye. Where is he? Summon your beady eye minion, that feeling you get sometimes that you're being watched. More often than not, it's him. Beady Eye, one of the most outlandish theories recently posed by schoolers of the void, is that Arimans do not reproduce by typical sexual means, but rather by shedding tears, which eventually grow into new creatures. Why? Okay, it's fine. Whatever. You can just tell us these facts. What do I care? Black Scorpion to sharpen one's wit. Ariman membrane for the mind, says Severine. Wind-up leader, a leader who will follow you unquestioningly. For coin and country, for serenity, purity, sanctity, till sea swallows all. Wind-up leader, originally crafted to promote the grand companies of Eorzea, these clockwork dolls are often rewarded to company members for exceptional service. There are 3 models of wind-up leaders, one to represent each of the 3 heads of Limsa, Gridania, and Ul'dan. And finally, we have the Voidal Resonator, a metal tuning fork that, when struck, emits a low tone and opens a temporary rift in the void, allowing your personal Ahriman, and your personal Ahriman only, to pass through to this plane. And that is a mount. An Ahriman. Summon forth a riding Ahriman bound to this realm with powerful magics guaranteed to never fade. Although little is known of the Void and its creatures, which call the extra-dimensional realm home, scholars have discovered that there is a strict hierarchy amongst Voidsent, consisting of 12 distinct tiers. Ahrimans are believed to fall into the 5th, making them formidable foes, when not enthralled by curses. Yeah, when you couldn't hear it, but I can simulate what that tuning fork sounds like. I smack it against something and you just hear... Hang on. Play you're choosing now? Okay, sure, awesome. Just undermine me, why don't you, Stream Deck? Fuck you. We should press it a couple more times here. There we go. Anyway, Fear and Odin in the Shroud. Lieutenant Scarlet would share with you most urgent tidings. Lieutenant Lorelei, your timing never fails to amaze. Unless I am mistaken, you have knowledge of the Elder Primal Odin, correct? Yes, we do. He was that guy who killed us that one time in the Shroud. As I thought. Well, as you know, we have long pursued the dark divinity from the pages of arcane scripture to the Shroud itself. Finally, we have a plan to put his prowling to an end. Brother Pessy has the command. He has personally requested your aid in this venture and awaits you at Earth's Fount. I am sure he will give you the details once you present yourself. Godspeed, Lieutenant Lorelei. Okie dokie. Down to Quarry Mill we go. So, how have you guys been, by the way? It's been a while since I've had the chance to really grill you guys about how you've been doing in front of a live studio audience on stream. I feel like I've asked some of you how you're doing in our day-to-day lives. Not enough of you, sir, but I've asked a couple of you, and that's what's important, I think, maybe. Adventurer, thank you for coming. We seek the dark divinity. You must be made privy to the plan before the game is afoot. Hard at work, aka build busted. Oh, God, that's the best feeling in the world. I remember so many times where, you know, we're all prepared for a big build that we have to work on for testing and stuff, and then it gets downloaded and just fucking nothing works. And at the start, sometimes you're just like, oh boy, I can't wait to bug literally everything. And they're just like, no, don't even bother bugging everything. We're just not even going to work on this one. And then it's always the question of like, okay, well then what do we do? Do we go back to old versions and work on that? Because there's a chance that everything that we test there is just going to be, you know, broken or like fixed in the next actual working build, or like, what do we do? I'm sorry to hear about that, Kent. I hope you your respiratory functions clear up. As you know, Odin hunts in this forest. We would banish him from the Shroud. Yet in actual fact, he has fallen before countless adventurers already. By all rights, the Primal should plague us no more. Head hurty a little. Grab some drugs. Stuff I archive for Breath of the Wild. Finish it before Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I should also maybe go back and finish Breath of the Wild at some point, but I have this weird thing that I'm doing where, similarly to how I've taken this mantle of reading everything in Final Fantasy XIV upon me, I have also taken it upon myself to 100% every single Zelda game, and that includes Breath of the Wild. And I believe the last thing I did was I started the Trials of the Sword and got frustrated with them. I thought I had managed to cheese my way through it by like saving at specific points, but then I realized that those saves didn't count, and it just kicks you right back out to the beginning. You die, which sucks because it's very easy to die in that game. Anyway, yet though again and again as he is vanquished, he rises always to charge through the 12 His constant reappearance is perplexing, to say the least, and raises two questions. Who summons him, and how does he change his visage upon manifesting? Odin is alone amongst the primals in these aspects. Indeed, I can find not a single sentence in the scriptures that sheds light on his devilish ability. There is no answer in words writ of the pen. Now the sword must serve. Our plan is to send a band of adventurers against the dark divinity. Brother Isumiyan, my master, and I will observe the battle from afar. We believe seeing the moment of Odin's defeat may give us a clue, one that will lead to uncovering the truth of the primal that has escaped us thus far. Naturally, this hinges upon the company's victory. No one but a warrior of light could hope to survive the battle. Hence, I have asked you here. Indeed, without you, our venture is doomed to failure, so I implore you, lend us your strength. If you acquiesce, I shall invoke the power of the elementals and draw the dark divinity to this spring. Hung up on the whole finish the master trials and power up the sword thing, because you could just kill Ganon. Yeah, the like benefit of going through the master trials in order to get the master sword that's already super that's constantly powered up, never really felt that important to me, because like I got a million other weapons, dude, and they're all like a lot of them are much stronger than the master sword is in terms of just raw attack. And sure, it's just like, oh, they just won't break, or it's like, oh, or they will break rather, but like, I don't know, who cares? I can get more. It sucks that they break. I wish they didn't. I wish I could, like, repair ones that I liked, but whatever. Anything else to say? Pray enter as soon as you are ready. Sure. Alright. Earth's Fount. In the moons following the calamity, myriad rumors of ghastly creatures stalking the 12-Wood began spreading across the realm like While most of the rumors have since been deemed unfounded, there is one series of events that has remained difficult to cast off as merely the ravings of broken-minded small folk. That concerning the supposed Dark Rider of the Shroud. After several deaths attributed to this mysterious figure, Seetsier Oapesi sought communion with the spirits of the 12-Wood, only to learn that the rider was none other than the elder primal Odin. Slain in the third astral era by an Allegan hero, why and how the primal has returned to Eorzea remains a mystery, one now in the capable hands of Eorzea's adventurers. And now we wait. Yeah, it was. I also remember that that in my last, or in the Breath of the Wild playthrough that I did, one of the challenges that I set for myself was I was going to get enough parts to pull out the Master Sword before I did any of the Divine Beast dungeons. Because you know how after you finish every Divine Beast dungeon, they're like, hey, you're the champion of Hyrule, why don't you have the magic sword? And I was like, oh, there's probably going to be like some really interesting alternate dialogue. There's like one line of difference, and it's just like, okay, well, this kind of sucked, actually. This was bad. I shouldn't have. This wasted my time, honestly. I will say, though, that if you have played Breath of the Wild, and you have not played the Trial of the Champions DLC, I would personally recommend it. I think the lead-up to what you get is not great, but the dungeon that you get at the end of it is decently interesting, and the boss at the end of that dungeon is literally the best fight in the entire game. bar none. Like, best fight in the game. If every other combat encounter in the game was like that, I would enjoy Breath of the Wild so much more. But unfortunately, it's just that one. So every other fight just ends up being fine. Not the best, but I don't know, passable. Yeah, I am also excited for Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't think I'm gonna get it at release. Because A, $70 asking price is quite a bit for somebody who's just moved and is spending money on furniture and shit right now. But also, just considering how much or how many things about Breath of the Wild specifically that I did not enjoy, me personally, I worry that I'm going to get turned off to it really quickly if, like, I start playing it and I'm just getting repeatedly frustrated with it, and the only thing I see from, like, everybody else on the internet is like, oh man, this game is perfect, this game is amazing. It's just going to make me feel bad, you know? Makes me feel like I'm playing it wrong, which I probably am, but at the same time, fuck you. I don't do anything wrong, except for the things that I do. Generally speaking, if somebody says a game is perfect, they're lying, unless they're talking about exclamation point Ghost. I'm happy to say that my Switch has been getting a lot of use, just because I've been in a lot of situations where I've gotten to use it. Especially like during my last bit stint at my last job, I brought it with me then. It kept me company during the first week at this current job, where I was not living at my home or at my new apartment where I am right now. I was staying in just a fucking hotel nearby. It kept me sane during that. The Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection just came out, and I'm playing through that, and I'm remembering why I took a long break from the first Mega Man Battle Network game. Because after a point, you get to a part where enemies just start chunking you for 80 health in a hit, and then you're just like, okay, I have 200 HP. I die in 3 hits now. I'm gonna go home. But I love that. I genuinely do love Battle Network. Yeah, Battle Network 1 is rough. Definitely rough. I think that the game as it is fine. The chip system and the way that the battles work. Yeah, exactly. It shows how everything iterated off, how well everything changed after that. Like, the inclusion of styles in the second game, and the inclusion of double souls and cross fusions and whatever everything else is, beast outs, you know, all of your transformations and shit that you get. It shows like just how much those change everything. Yeah, armor is like, I don't even actually remember where you're supposed to get the armor from. Like, I feel like I should get some, probably. I should probably look that up at some point. But for now, I'm waiting for one singular tank to accept it. Okay, sure. No, that's fine. That's cool, man. There we go. You have to go into the optional parts of the internet and buy it. Do you have to... Is it one of the parts of the internet that you have to beat a boss to access? Because if I have to beat Woodman to get there, that's going to take a while. I'm really bad at fighting him. Anyway, it's Odin time. Look at that big guy. Right past Whipman? Fuck. Okay. That sucks. I'll just grind that out then. Alright, here we go! Here comes Odin. There's Valknut. By the way, what are the whys about Valknut? Don't get hit by that. That deals percentage health damage. Isn't that interesting? Oh god. I feel like the fact that Earth's Fount doesn't have a hard, like, indicator in its, thingy is, crazy to me, because, this fight is not easy. It is not even close to comparable to the other primals. This one is really difficult. Ah! Also, in preparation for something inevitably fucking up with these streams, because new location and, you know, trying to figure everything out, please do not hesitate to let me know if there is some kind of issue, audio, connection, whatever, because I need to, I want to know about it as fast as I can, and, you know, be ready to do something about it. Oh god, I'm gonna get hit by that, probably. Nope, okay, we're good. Oh, that guy got petrified, that's not good. Gotta kill that last Gugnir, guys. I will read that in a second, Kent. I'm busy healing. Healing scares the shit out of me, so you have to forgive me if I... Anyway, fun fact about Mega Man Battle Network 1 armors. They were removed from the DS remake, Operation Shooting Star, the one we never got, because they suck as a mechanic. To offset the general defense boost they give, a lot of enemies got reduced attack power to compensate. Good! I'm really mad, by the way, in case it wasn't obvious, that we did not get Operation Shooting Star, because... Kent, I don't like that you immediately, as soon as you said that, somebody died. Anyway, we gotta kill this man now, because if we don't, then as soon as he finishes casting Shin Zenketsuken, we die. Anyway, I'm really sad we never got Operation Shooting Star, because, it's got a Mega Man Star Force crossover in it. And you guys know how I feel about Mega Man Star Force, I love that shit. Look at that cool sword. Somebody should go pick that up. Good job, other healer. Dark Divinity score. Sure. Did I get it? Oh, I got an Odin card. Sick. I got the shoes. Yes. Gold Saucy. Card list. Demon Wall. Did I read this? Probably not. Demon Wall. These frightful guardians are the creation of ancient spellcraft, given life when a chosen wall was inscribed with an arcane pattern of blood. Though their masters have long since perished, these sentinels of demonic visage continue to protect the crumbling ruins, to which they are bound to the surprise and horror of many an unsuspecting adventurer. And Odin. While no one knows exactly when or by whom the Dark Divinity was summoned, the Elder Primal roams the Twelveswood astride his loyal warhorse Sleipnir, seeking a bloody reckoning for misdeeds lost but unforgotten. Neat. Mr. Pepsi Man, I did it! Your bravery before the Dark Divinity was commendable. I am relieved you escaped the battle with your life. And it was not for nothing, I might add. Brother Isumiyan and I have observed something remarkable, though I should like to discuss it with him present. Ah, and see how he comes. Must suck wearing robes like that and walking in water, or wading through water like that. Ruja, I am honored to have seen you fight. Why, I can scarcely wait to tell Sylphie how a warrior of light overcame the terror of the Shroud. No doubt the girl will smile to hear of your valor. Guess what we would not have read if we had not done the Conjurer quest line? That shit! Ah, but no doubt you are keen to learn more of the Dark Divinity. Very well, I shall share with you what I have gleaned in observing your battle. To begin, felling a primal allows the ether of their physical manifestation to return to the land. This much you know, yes? Odin seems to be subject to the selfsame laws, yet his sword, the Zantetsuken, which is a sick fucking name for a sword, remains even after his body vanishes. Thus, we thought to examine the blade, and in so doing found that its etheric density is unimaginably high. Now, we had always assumed that the being who brandished the weapon was Odin. But what if we erred? What if the sword Zantetsuken is, in and of itself, the Dark Divinity? An unforeseen conclusion, yes, but one that clarifies much of the plan. Indeed, that would explain why Odin has never truly fallen. No one has thought to destroy the blade. And if the Zantetsuken is the primal, could it not conjure itself a new wielder? Yet, just as Ifrit's tempered, or Leviathan's drowned, or Garuda's blown, Odin must needs have his sundered to offer crystals in his name, unless he drinks of the Shroud's ether. Such a weak source of power could be why it takes time for the Dark Divinity to manifest again. Zantetsuken is also a badass name because of what it means. Blade that severs iron. I should hope so. If it couldn't, then it wouldn't be a very good sword at fighting armored opponents. You see, Adventurer, our theory accounts quite nicely for two of the mysteries for so long surrounded the primal. Yet, as Pepsi, I'm just going to call him Mr. Pepsi, hints, a third mystery remains. If there are no sundered, how does Odin sustain himself? I cannot imagine the wishes of those who first summoned him were so strong as to echo throughout all the centuries. Brother, I do not think our theory is flawed. No, this discovery makes clear the holes in that which we had so long believed of the primals. We must revisit the beings with a keener eye. I will inform Master Urianger of what we have gleaned here, Adventurer. I urge you to do the same should something else of Odin occur to you. But today is a victory, all the same. We have the Zantetsuken, and the mysteries that remain pale in import to the act of locking the primal away. With any luck, we can seal the sword and end the Dark Divinity's ride. Brothers, something terrible has happened! Oh, hey, Lord Lewin. The Zantetsuken is gone! One of my own men has stolen away with the blade and left nary a trace to track his flight. I never dreamt he would do such a thing, and I stayed my hand too long to stop him. What? Are your men so disloyal as to rob you? Tell me, Lewin, why would someone do such a thing? Forgive me, brother, but I cannot say. I am as astonished as you. The thief was a sworn man of the god's quiver, true as any Gridanian arrow. Moreover, what could he stand to gain by stealing so fell a blade? Mayhap the soul of the thief was stolen along with the blade. It is within the power of all primals to bend mortals to their wills. If the Zantetsuken and Odin are one and the same, then the sword may control the now sundered man. Is that not right, brother? That is indeed possible. Gods, how could I have been so blind as that? Lord Lewin, it is I who needs apologize. Had I been more wary, I would have foreseen this. Instead, I have cost us dearly and placed you and your men in great danger. Let us not cry over lost swords. O Lord Lewin, send forth the god's quiver and wood whalers to scour the shroud. Brother Oap Hesse and I will devote ourselves to devising a way to fell Odin after the Zenketsuken is ours again. Yes, brother, indeed, it would be a poor thing to have the blade in our grasp and no way to destroy it, nor dull its bite. Adventurer, I will call upon you again when we have something to show for our efforts. Until then, go in peace. Weird rock. Now, I'll be honest with you folks. I don't actually fucking know if there's a continuation to that quest at all. Because, as far as I know, the next time Odin lore shows up is in Stormblood! 2 expansions from now! At the end of possibly one of the worst relic grinds of all time. I think. So fuck, I don't know. We'll get there eventually. But not today. In the meanwhile, let's go do the Ixals. I'm just going to teleport to Fulgurd Float, and I'm going to get myself some water, because I just realized I don't have any right now. Does it resolve the story, or does Odin just show up? I don't know. Nico, can you, in very vague terms, without really saying too much of anything, explain how Eureka relates to Odin? Or if that is true or not? I might have just made that fact up, honestly. I don't know. It's hard to say. Explores the concept of how Odin became a primal again. Okay. Does it unlock another quest in Gridania afterwards that, like, continues that? Because that conversation there implies that you will... that, like, there's another quest that follows this one up. But as far as I know, there isn't? Nope? Okay, cool. Awesome. Never again! Awesome! Woo! Never getting that. I love A Realm Reborn. Hang on, let me suck down some water real quick here as I prepare to do Ixal voices. Let's see, what, let's do, actually, who did I get the good tools on? Carpenter. It's technically continued with Stormblood, but no direct follow-up. Well, thanks anyway, Stormblood. You are the only motherfucker in this house that I respect. Well, my god blade. The boy from Gridania. Tataramu has encountered a bump in the road towards completing the Desul Qualan. Oh there, Ruja! Construction of the airship proceeds apace. Our Beastmen colleagues have even agreed to implement several of my proposals. However inadvertent it was, I must thank you for introducing me to this opportunity. That I should have the chance to contribute to such a revolutionary project is exactly the sort of thing as I dreamed of as I pored over countless tomes on aeronautic principle and design. There is, however, one small issue that has arisen to thwart us. In order to properly integrate my innovations, we require certain materials to build a custom engine jointing component. Materials that are notoriously difficult to procure. I had hoped it would not come to this, but I must call upon the aid of an acquaintance of mine. Ruja, would you be so kind as to deliver this letter to a gentleman by the name of Coulson? I am certain that he will agree to prepare the materials. and keep the entire matter discreet. Now, Coulson is often out and about on company business, but speak with Hida at the airship ticket counter in Gridania, and she will point you towards his latest appointment. My apologies, Rouge. I do not mean to treat you as a lackey, but I prefer to avoid the city for the time being. What the fuck is that? I should pretend I didn't see that. I almost wish I could see Coulson's face when he learns what I'm building, not to mention whom I'm building it with. Oh god, there it is again. I gotta get out of here, bro. Come on. Okay, there we go. Looks like a big fuck-off crab, boss. Thank you. I don't know what I was expecting when I asked that question. Actually, hold on a second. Is there a sightseeing log for Earth's Fount? I don't remember. Hold, please. It feels like there should be, right? There is! Or there's Earth's Gift, at least. That's something, right? Yeah, there he is, Earth's Gift! Ah, I knew I remembered things. Let's see. Shrouded in mist, bathed in ephemeral light, I felt as if I'd left the forest behind and come to another world. Such were the conjurer's words, and I would see as he saw. Earth's Gift. Ancient writings tell that in exchange for her lifeblood, Lady Earth was able to seal the dark divinity Odin in a crystalline prison beneath a bubbling wellspring. To honor her sacrifice, the land upon which she drew her last breath still bears her name. Well, I gotta say, lady, you kinda did, like, a really bad job, because he's back. And he's better than ever. No offense. Although, as I recall, Odin, in the Fate Odin, when you fail to kill him, as we inevitably do usually, mentions Earth's name as he leaves. Also, now we have a better explanation for why Odin takes on the appearance of the adventurer who kills him, because that adventurer presumably picks up the sword, is sundered, and then becomes Odin. Welcome to the airship landing. I'm sorry, was there aught else I might help you with, miss? You wish to meet with Advisor Coulson, delivering a letter from Tatarumu, you say? Surely you don't mean Master Tatarumu? You've seen him! Is he hale and unharmed? You must take yourself directly to Quiver's Hold. Shasta-Loop will wish to speak with you in person. You will find Advisor Coulson there as well, assisting with the investigation swiftly. Now, please, miss! What? Hey, no, what's going on? Pray, head directly to Quiver's Hold and report to Shasta-Loop. He will surely drop everything to hear what you have to say. Uh-oh. What? Is Tatarumu, like, important? Ah, shit. Now what do we do? I'm sure it'll be. Okay, yeah. Oh god. Getting a little bit of slowdown right now, by the way, folks, on my end. I don't know if it's visible at all, but, it's... yeah. I'm gonna have to fuck around with my computer for a little bit and see if I can figure out what the hell's going on with it, because this is really frustrating. I'm sorry, miss, but I cannot assist you at this time. The God's Quiver is fully engaged with investigating a most important case. Every resource at our disposal has been allocated towards locating Chairman Tatabaru's missing son. Even now, the chairman's chief aide, Advisor Coulson, awaits within Quiver's hold, no doubt eager to berate the first bow for our lack of progress. Coulson is the person you've come to see. But I must ask you to mind your words. I can't have you antagonizing the esteemed representative of Highwind Skyways. Oh. If you must speak with Advisor Coulson, then pray do so with utmost respect. Highwind Skyways is not a company to be trifled with. Capitalism. Hello, old person.
Yes, I am Coulson, but this is hardly the time for... A letter for me. Let's have it then, miss. Time is of the essence, you know, especially at my age.
Tatarumu's letter. A letter from Tatarumu addressed to Coulson. Damn, that's crazy.
Great gods, this is signed by Master Tatarumu. How came you by this document? Is the young master well? What's that you say? Ensconced in the company of Ixali. They've not had a moment to lose. Should it cost me my very life, I shall see him freed from their ravenous clutches. We'll need to form a rescue party. Yes, the finest God's Quiver marksmen, reinforced by a small army of Skyways retainers. Be brave, Master Tatarumu. Those beastmen will soon rue the day they dared lay talons on my young charge.
We probably should not have led with that detail. We should have just said, look, he's hanging out in the woods with some friends, helping them with a building project. He's doing fine. He is there of his own free will. Also there, Ixal. Advisor, calm down with 3 exclamation points. But Tatarumu is fine.
This no longer concerns you, young miss. We must immediately... Wait, what? You mean to tell me that Tatarumu is safe? He's there of his own free will, building an airship with the Ixal. Wait. Perhaps we must needs begin afresh. As you are obviously aware, my name is Coulson, and I am the Chief Technical Advisor for Highwind Skyways and aide to Chairman Tatamaru. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hi, I'm the Warrior of Light. You might have heard of me.
What you might not have known is that the man who asked you to deliver this letter is the chairman's only son, and the sole successor to a veritable airship empire. Some few days ago, Master Tataramu accompanied me here to Gurdania as part of his continuing education on company practices. Much to my surprise and alarm, however, the young master suddenly disappeared from under my very nose. Well, I was naturally beset by all manner of horrible imaginings. With no ransom demand or other clue to his whereabouts, I had no choice but to task the God's Quiver with turning the entire city upside down. Suffice it to say, your news has lifted a terrible weight from my old shoulders. I know not how I would have faced the boy's father had events unfolded otherwise. And yet the contents of this letter still managed to vex me.
Dear Coulson, enclosed is a list of materials I would have you prepare for my companion. I require them for a most exciting project. Fond regards, Tataramu!
Not one word of apology or even the slightest hint of contrition. It's almost as if he was raised by a rich person or something. That's fucked up. My lectures on the privilege and responsibility of his position appear to have fallen on deaf ears.
Yeah, welcome to raising rich people.
And as for this list, I'm assuming these are materials for some manner of high-quality jointing compound. A leather-bound frame to absorb engine vibration, yes? I'm sorely tempted to refuse this impertinent request, considering the trouble the young master has caused, but I'm also intrigued. Here, take this promissory note and hand it to the supervisor of the Fallgourd Float crafting facility. He will provide you with everything you require to craft Tatarumu's component. Though I yet harbor some concerns, I will trust that Master Tatarumu is content to work alongside these Ixal for now. Master Tataramu is as a grandson to me. I have watched that boy nurture a love for airships since the day he was born. Pray see it that no harm befalls him.
Yeah, no worries. I gotta say, though, I think this situation is actually really good for Tataramu. Not just from, like, a cultural exchange standpoint of, like... I teleported to the wrong fucking place, god damn it. Not just a cultural exchange portion of, like, getting to learn about the Ixal and their culture and stuff, but also the fact that Dezel Quillan was like, hey, or Cezul was like, hey, you are not, like, some big shot here. You are a grunt. You are the same rank as everybody else here. Like, you don't get to order people around. You don't, like, if anything, I'm gonna be ordering you around.
And Tataramu was like, hell yeah, I'm into it, man. Let's get into it. It's a good lesson for somebody like him to learn. I'm invisible. I'm back. Fuck the Koroks and their fucking Magnesis puzzles. I would prefer it if they gave me just a trial of strength every time I wanted to get a Korok seed. I'd fight 900 Guardians. I don't care. I'd whoop their asses, even if the combat in that game sucks. Hello again, adventurer. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said hello again. Shut up. Give me my thing. Promissory note. Slip of parchment signed by Coulson agreeing upon the payment of said price for materials purchased. Oh my! This note has the seal of Highwind Skyways. Though I suppose it only stands to reason there are a few other organizations that could afford the items you're requesting. Here you are then. Everything is in order for you to begin crafting. Make sure you put on your special gauntlets that lower your crafting stats before you craft this item. Ixal, I think we're engine. Yeah, here we go. Engine. Hang on. Do I have? I don't even have anything. God, I'm so fucking good at crafting. I did it. You got anything else to say? Finished crafting, have you? Well, don't keep the client waiting. Run along and deliver your handiwork. Now, I doubt that you'd be so clumsy as to misplace your precious creations, but on the off chance that you do, know that I still have the excess materials in my keeping. Nope, we're good. I got it. Here I go. Hey, buddy. Ruja, you were gone for so long that I was beginning to worry. Were you able to deliver my letter to Coulson? Yeah, I got it. I also got your thing built. Engine jointing compound, a component to be used in creating the Desel Quillan's engine jointing. Yes, this is exactly what I had in mind. Jointing compounds like this one are almost impossible to obtain without the clout of a company like Highwind Skyways behind you. With your expertly crafted components now in hand, we should have no trouble integrating my improved engine housing into the Desel Quillan. I can already feel the bracing chill of the wind on my face, hear the cries of the birds, see the folk below rushing about like tiny... pray excuse my little flight of fancy. A terrible habit of mine. So, Ruja, I suppose you heard from old Coulson who I really am, then? Yes, 'tis true. My father is the chairman of Highwind Skyways, the expansive airship service that links great cities of Eorzea. Hang on a second. Okay, I just needed to look up a slogan. Let me read that line again. Yes, 'tis true. My father is the chairman of Highwind Skyways. Keep climbing, the expansive airship service that links the great cities of Eorzea. Destined as I am to one day take the company's helm, people everywhere seek to curry my favor as they would some merchant prince. A pity that my royal status does not excuse me from unrelenting procession of dreary lessons at home. I'm forced to study mercantile practices, business strategies, all that I might maximize the profits of airship travel. But I have no interest in making coin. I've had enough of ledgers and lectures. Thus I was so reluctant to leave this little sanctuary. I want to design airships, not manage a fleet of them. I want to be valued not for my station, for my purse, but for the skills I have labored to acquire. That was a weird camera angle. Mayhap you hear naught but the whining of a spoiled child. Yet I swear to you I would renounce my inheritance in a twinkling if I could. Oh, for the wings of a wondrous airship to carry me further, faster and higher than anyone ever before. That is my dream. That and naught else.
Scraw! Well said that was! It's me, Gruntilda, from Banjo-Kazooie.
And mean nothing to us, Tatarumu's wealth does. Better off smelting down coins and making nails, Sezul thinks. Thank you, Sezul. Although actually melting down coins would probably not make very good nails, because coins are usually made of gold, and gold is not a very, durable material. It's very soft, and it doesn't hold things very well. So realistically, you're better off just, like, I don't know, trading the gold, which at that point you should probably just make it back into money to have a currency system. So it doesn't matter. Whatever. Scraw! Seize this passion and let it sustain you, you must. Construction of Desel Quillan will take all that Tataramu has and more. Chosen an easy path, Tatarumu has not. No, not easy, but always fair, master. Crafting is great reward for great effort. I disagree. Grinding crafting sucks. Launch our vessel upon ocean of clouds, we shall. Launch it towards gate of, Ayatlan! Ready to fly is Tataramu, yes? Yes, sir. And that's it, we did it. Easy money. I have achieved friendly reputation with the Ecto Line. Hoorah! It looks the same. Oh, never mind. Now it does. It looks different now. Thanks to your diligent efforts, the engine housing has now been integrated into the Desel Quillan's tail assembly. Continue assisting the Ecto 9 to see the airship hybrid reach completion. Sick. Alright, we did it. That's those done. And, I mean, chances are I'll probably be doing, once again, I'll be doing most of these quests in my off time. I don't remember exactly how many ranks of Ixal there are. Hang on, let me check. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4. Yeah, we have 4 more ranks to get through, for a grand total of like 3,000 more reputation. So we'll get there, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's a question for all you fine folks out there. Do we actually care about Lev quests? Should I really go through and read all of the damn Lev quests? Should we do something else? Because I do have something else that we could maybe do. Yeah, I also really do not fucking care about the Lev quests. They're... Yeah. I think the way that we're gonna handle that is... I'll do them as they become necessary, but I don't think I'm gonna go hunting them down. Let's see. Because this has only been, like, an hour stream so far. Make doing a Lev quest a channel points reward? Fuck no. First of all, nobody would use that, A, because everybody's contributing to the Ghost Trick Challenge. It's already sad enough that I don't even get to use my random Transformers and Bionicle facts anymore, because everybody's so busy donating. But, you know, people want to save their widgets for that, you know? Here, I have an idea. Here's what we're gonna do. What say we... Okay, yeah, sure. Random Transformers fact, yeah, sure. Ask and I shall receive. Yeah, bait accepted. Thank you. I'm glad somebody took it. Let's see. Where do we got? Oh, this is a fun one. You remember how I've talked about Shattered Glass Transformers, which is the evil alternate reality of Transformers where all the Autobots are bad guys and then all the Decepticons are good guys, and everybody's personality traits are kind of reversed. Well, Jazz in Shattered Glass is literally just Mr. T, but evil. That's it. Sorry, maybe not the most exciting one, but hey, I asked. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And I'm just going to, let's say we, let's say we just, do a little bit of, Twilight Princess today. How does that sound? Does that sound like fun, everybody? Want to do some Twilight Princess? All right. I knew of everybody. I knew Otaku was going to take that bait. All right, yeah, I'll get that set up. Quick word of warning, however, I have not tested that to see if it's going to work on this on my computer right now. So shit might be a little bit broken, but hey. Let me also just put a little bit of an outro here for people who only care about Final Fantasy. Thank you guys for joining me for another shorter episode of A Realm Reread. I don't even know if this really counts as a full episode, honestly. It was just 2 fucking things. I don't know when we're going to be doing the next one. I will announce it in advance, but we're going to be doing Crystal Tower. Wait, actually, sorry. No, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing Crystal Tower. There we go. Next time. So tune in for that. But Twilight Princess now. And actually, honestly, next stream also probably going to be Twilight Princess because... No, next stream is going to be Mega Man. That's what next stream is going to be. So let me get started on that, and I'm also just gonna put some music on while we wait. So yeah, just give me just a sec. No, it's not the end of the stream, Bees. We're just switching games. I'm going from Final Fantasy to Twilight Princess. So 1 sec.